Hello, my creative friend, Olga Soby here. Welcome to new fluid art creation process. Today painting is going to be about passion and love. And I'm working on a very large canvas. It's 36 inches by 48, so 3 by 4. And the main hero of this painting is going to be this really beautiful deep burgundy color. It's going to be the base. And of course, I have a couple other colors for the flow and for some accents. This is gonna be a very interesting project for me. Let's get started. So as you can see, my canvas has been used once before. It's been a couple months ago. I did the painting in a similar color palette and I didn't like it. So I scraped it and I have left the canvas for quite a while just to decide what I want to do with it, and the idea, the concept finally came to me of what exactly I want to create here. But because I scraped and I also worked in sort of reddish burgundy colors in that first painting, that's why it's so tinted. And right now I'm adding a tape dome or the barrier for my base color so that I can tilt but don't waste too much paint. You can see that I kind of messed up this corner. I need to retape it. Doesn't look too pretty, but I think it will do it. That's all that matters. I want to make sure that it's nice and snug everywhere. Okay. Whew. And let's pour in that color. Actually, first, secret message. Today is gonna be passion and purity. Each one of these buckets holds just over 32 ounces-ish. So I will need 2 of those, or just under. So let's pour in that color. I want to keep a little bit of paint in my bucket just in case I need to scrape. I think what I have on the canvas right now is enough. And first I got some air bubbles. And this beautiful color here is a custom mixed color. So I mixed it myself. And for that, I combined red violet, carmine red, black and white colors. And for me, such a rich burgundy really evokes the intensity of love and passion. And this is what this color is going to represent in this painting. So my goal right now with all this tilting is to create nice and even a layer of paint on the canvas, and using that my calculator allows me to ensure that I have not too much, but also not too little. Just right for the perfect Dutch pour. You know, there's something about this color and this entire color family of burgundy and red violets that just really, really speaks to me. And what I love about it, it's actually gonna dry darker. It's gonna be even more deep and rich. Now, once the entire canvas is covered, it's time to remove the tape and let some of that paint run down the side. I will definitely need to correct and touch up my sides after the painting because they still have a little bit of paint from the first attempt. I like to give it a little bit more tilt. Okay, this base looks perfect. Getting to the fun part now. So I want to create a flow, and the main color of the flow is gonna be white and gold. So the white is the symbol of purity. So we're combining some passion and intense love with purity. And the accents will be golden for some of these golden highlights within the relationship. The flow will combine them all together in one beautiful journey. I want this painting to be full of balance and warmth, and really show that love that is strong and precious and delicate at the same time. So the first color that I added was titanium white. Now this color here is the same as base, but it has a bit more black. So it's the same color with carmine and red violet and white, but much more black. It's much more shaded color. This next color is also very close, but it has more carmine in it. So I'm staying sort of in a very similar color palette, color family. Just want to create quite a diverse palette within that narrow range. This one here is such a beautiful color. It's the same two colors in the base with a little bit of white and just a smallest touch of black, but it's much more saturated. It's close to my base color, but it's more vibrant. And again, I think it will help me create beautiful areas, so stronger red and stronger passion within this flow. Okay, let's add in the golden highlights. It doesn't look like a whole lot of paint for the flow of such large canvas, but it will fan out and feather out as I start to blow out and really work on the design. I think this is a good start. I can always add more, but I'm gonna begin with the blowout first and see where it takes me. Let's get to it. These beautiful colors, especially where white blended into the base and these pops of more saturated color. Absolutely beautiful. I can tell that I am off to a very beautiful and good start. Lower my table and look at it a little bit from the distance. I think to begin with, I want to expand on this section here and certainly on this section here. I want to bring more weight, and I also want to add much more gold. I like it better when it's a little more spread out and fan out and takes more volume and there is more movement, because I really want it to be movement in this combination of colors and this flow. This section right here kind of got a little overworked, I would say, but I know that if I start correcting it, I will mess up this, and this is gorgeous. I also like this. So I think part of it I will be able to sort of fix with finger swipe by bringing some of this red color and kind of evening it out, but otherwise I will touch it once dry. I'm gonna bring this one down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna do the finger swipe. I'm gonna use gold for that again as well. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Awesome! Awesome blossom. Very feminine color palette. Like spring vibe, but I don't know, it's more deep. This one section, I don't know, it just keeps bothering me. I should do something about it. Oh, this is good. That was a great save. You know, something small, but like once you see it as an artist, once you see it, you just can't unsee it. It really bothers you, even though it's the smallest thing in the painting and nobody else knows it, nobody else sees it except for you. But for you, it's like, that's all, the whole thing, the only thing you see once you look at the painting. Okay, we're gonna touch up the sides now, and I think I'll be done with the fluid part, of course. We're far from being completely done because I have very big plans for the embellishment of this painting. So you keep watching. Oh, this is good here. So there are a few sections that I need to touch up. And if you did not touch up your paintings, not the painting, the sides, while it was wet, that's no problem. You can always do it once dry. Usually I actually do both. But since I already have these drips on the table, might as well use them up for my sides. Okay, I will continue touching up my sides all around the canvas, and you keep watching. I will see you in a second for the next big part of this painting creation. And the painting is dry, and my first step is to touch up the sides. So I continue working on the sides. There are just a few areas in a negative space that don't have a perfect coverage. So I'm going over the sides with the same color and making sure they look just as perfect as the front of the painting. After adding beautiful golden glow embellishment, I'm not done yet. So one more layer of embellishment and enhancement is to correct and touch up this painting with a brush. So I go over different sections that I don't like or that I feel like I want to improve them, maybe round certain shapes or extend certain lines or cover up sections that I don't really like, that I think don't fully fit in the composition. So for all of these minor details, I use the brush on touch-up technique, and I use the same colors that I used in the painting itself. So those are the same exact fluid acrylics that I used for the initial painting. But now that it's dry, I add sort of one more layer on top, and I prefer to work with fluid acrylics even for my touch-up area and for my touch-up process as well. And the key is to make sure that your initial painting is fully dry before you paint or add anything on top. And throughout this process, I bring my paintings to perfection in my own eyes. And here is the final result. Oh, I just love it. And to finish up this painting, to give it that final oomph, I used the dual varnish technique. So I used glossy varnish on the main flow and matte on the negative space to create even more of the separation and really help the main flow jump off the canvas. And before I show you more details, I am just so excited to share that, as you might know, this week I launched my brand new online course called Varnish Mastery. And inside of this course, I teach different varnishing techniques on how to flawlessly finish fluid painting and acrylic painting without those annoying brush marks, streaks, bubbles, cracking, cloudiness, and all those common varnishing issues. And I have been receiving just amazing testimonials from those who already went through the course. And one of the things that I teach inside of the varnishing course, Varnish Mastery, is the dual varnish technique, how to create this perfect separation and the contrast and really take the paintings, especially those that have the negative space like this, just to the next level. So if you are struggling with your varnishing, or maybe you don't know where to get started if you haven't varnished before, or if you would like to master the dual varnish technique, I invite you to check out my new Varnish Mastery. The link will be in the description, so check it out. And for this painting, this color palette, I don't know, there's something about it, it just really speaks to me. And It was quite minimal. I know it's very bright, but quite minimal in a way that not a whole lot of colors. It was a lot of burgundy, but also just white and gold, and it just works. It speaks volume to me, and I really love how this glow looks and enhances the painting. Just all the elements work together, and usually in this type of composition I don't leave that much negative space, but this time I decided to experiment because I knew I'm gonna add that glow, and I think it worked very well. It really helps to bring all the intention to this expanding, beautiful, dancing, passionate movement. Please do let me know, what do you think about this color palette and about this composition and about all the different effects and addition that I added for this painting. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, take care, create with passion, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.